Yeah, man. We back on this Howard Dynasty, man. So kicking off from where we left off, we're top 10 in the country now. Now we're number 8 team in the country. We got East Carolina right now. We already got it in the red zone. We're gonna give it to our guy. You know our motto, inside zone. Travis Kearney got him into the end zone early, right? So now we up 7-0. East Carolina, they don't want nothing to do with us. We hitting a stanky leg, acting like our leg hurt. Last episode I was trying out a different voice, just experimenting, trying things out. I don't know what y'all thought of it. Nobody around me really liked it. And plus, it was just hard to even maintain that little funny voice. But again, Travis Kearney in the end zone again, tapping his head, rocking the baby. We're at it early. Travis Kearney is out here showing that he could be a Heisman potential candidate, like coming out of FCS school, second year. Even the fact that he even ends up in the top 4, like that would be incredible, But this guy's been working, You put him against some competition that probably isn't what he thinks is even his level. He's running for 10 yards per carry right now. His draft stock is rising, This is it's incredible for him. It's nice seeing the players grow. We got a couple guys, C.J. Neely, Nider, even our quarterback. Everybody out here is kind of like having a career year. Trying to get guys extra touchdowns, So we're in a red zone now. We try to get a quick out real quick on our RPO. We'll do inside zone again. That's our motto. We're stuffed, though. We're up 14-0. Second quarter, 9 minutes to go. Establishing ourselves. East Carolina, they may not even want to play. They know they're not our level at this point. We're top 10 in the country. Got an option. Okay, so we try to just feed everybody just there. Then we're just going to kick a field goal. Go up 17-0 early. All we got to do is put points on the board. Stay disciplined. Keep our draft stock high. Keep our poll in the CFBs high. So we like this play call. We might be trying to hit the seam right here. You got a guy over the middle. Either one would be good. Triangle. What is he going to do? Go up and moss a guy. That's Nider right there. Nider has been having a great season. He's handling his business. Maybe we could see him in the NFL, or maybe, we don't know. He wasn't on our team last year, so he could be just a school guy. He might be here to, study chemistry or something and go out to be a NASA doctor or something like that. We just don't know. But we're giving him the option. He's having a great year so far. So, depending on if he wants to go to the combine, see how that's working for him. He might want to be an NFL player before he goes test himself out as a doctor or a chemist or an astronaut, or we just don't know. We're that kind of program where we set guys up for their life. So we give people options. You don't want to just go in there and be like, oh yeah, now I'm going to this school so I can make it to the NFL. It's like, you might not be that good. You might not be able to make it to the NFL. You might not be what they're looking for. Or you might get burnt out at some point. We got a good school, good education program. That's all we're here to do. C.J. Neely with the touchdown. This guy's having a breakout year. Last year, he was our third string receiver. Getting it here, getting it there. He was beyond Pierre, and he was behind number 8. We don't remember number 8's name, but number 8, he goes down for those who were there for that first season. He goes down as probably the best receiver we've had. Travis Kearney, he's second in our best player, but our number 1 guy was number 8. So we got a player over the top if the safety comes down, but we're looking for this drag right here. Circle's not there. We got X, hit X. It's good 8-9 yards, 126 yards, 2 touchdowns. We're keeping it simple. Our quarterback, when you play under my system, we're really only looking for a game manager, a guy who could, make the right play on third down. I saw something the other day, Cam Ward, he was talking about that, former first overall pick to be exact, for the Tennessee Titans. He was letting it be known that quarterbacks at the elite level, they make their position made for how they handle 2-minute drills and third downs. If you're going to be an excellent quarterback at this level, or the level that comes after, what you need to do is be able to execute and make the plays that need to be made on third down, keep the drives going, stuff like that. We're going big. Okay, CJ Neely, he made a drop right there. We're up 31-0 before the half. We thought CJ was going to get another touchdown right there. We're looking at score still. Looking to get some points, at least getting field goal range. Call timeout. 31-0. Giving a little pep talk to the guys. Let them know, like, nah, we got to step on the next. Step on the next is the motto. That is our mantra, right? So we're right in it, 3rd and 2, 19 seconds to go. What do we have? If that free safety drops, we hit square. He's staying back. R1, what we got? Circle. CJ Neely, even though he made a big drop, he just came through right there. So now we're on our last timeout. Can we get into the end zone? Let's play right here where we got a little smash play. Do we got inside zone? We have a timeout left. We might go inside zone. You know, we love inside zone. Didn't hit the hole. Thought we was going to hit the hole. 20 rushes. I think that was 165 yards before the half. 20 rushes in a half is crazy. I don't know if we're going to see him too much in the second half. I'm looking at spacing. I'm liking the tight end. You know, he's going to get a little jammed up in that bunch formation. X. Should have threw it to him a while ago, but got him in the end zone. He was patient. He was patient. That's an excellent play right there. You catch a team in man-to-man. You know, when you're running the ball so well, teams will have to go in man-to-man, catch them in man-to-man. We like that play. We like that play right there. Unless you're going to zone us up. If you zone us up, now we're looking for our guys sitting in the zone, circle or R1. Starting the second half pretty well. Third quarter, got a good little run. We in the red zone again. And like I told y'all, this is our last couple weeks playing key moments. Like that touchdown, threw it behind him. Pass interference, still got the touchdown. But like I said, we're going to be playing key moments right now, but next week, you know, this is what we all been waiting on. Like, some of us, we college football guys, but like me, I'm not a college football guy. I got this because I'm into Madden. You know, I was getting ready for the next thing. So college football is nice, but next week we planning on getting ready for, you know, the Madden season. So we got the early release. We on the EA MVP Plus membership. So with that, we're gonna get right into it, and we're gonna be picking our team. Typically, you know, I'm a Green Bay Packer in terms of Madden. I'll go with the Atlanta Falcons. Those are my two Madden teams. My actual team is the Baltimore Ravens, but I can't go with Lamar Jackson. It'd be a little too easy. So I'm looking for a team to, you know, bring back, you know. So, like, feel free to leave in the comments a team that you think would be good for me to use. You know, I'm Titletown, so, like, part of Titletown is bringing a team to Titletown. Like, I already know who's in Titletown. You know, that's easy. I could go just run with one of my teams that's in Titletown, but I might want to bring a team to Titletown, you know. So right now I'm thinking, like, maybe like one of them not-so-good teams, like, or forgotten teams like the Tennessee Titans or the Cleveland Browns, you know, a team like that, you know. I was even thinking of my AFC North division rival. Like I said, I'm a Raven. So going with the Pittsburgh Steelers, that's almost sacrilegious, but jerseys are nice. You know, Mike Tomlin just left. There's a coach opening, you know. Like, Tom Riddle might be ready to go sit himself in that position, you know, like be the next coach for the next 18, 20 years like how Mike Tomlin did. You know, we run that kind of team. Like, we're defense oriented. We handle our business on the ground. We got receivers that make plays. You know, we're all about discipline, you know, keeping our guys better, keeping our guys accountable, you know, just running a certain kind of program. So, and we love playing in the snow. We love having the weather on our side, terrible towels. It's a great environment. You know, it's not too far. We're already in D.C. You know, if the Commanders don't give us a call, we might if Pittsburgh gives us a call, we might want to field that conversation. You know, right here we got a 5-star cornerback committing, Bohannon. Love that. Deshaun Miranda, that's our guy. That's our guy that we're looking for. So that's who we want to be our quarterback of the future. We have 2 quarterbacks on red shirt right now, but we're trying to get Deshaun Miranda. It looked like we're at number 2 right now. Okay, he's from Mississippi. Ole Miss wants him, you know. I went away from, you know, sending the house. I thought maybe giving him a hard sway, doing the football influencer thing might work out. Apparently that was not the thing to do. I should have just stayed with send the house. You know, I went away from that. Now we're at his number 2, and he's already from Mississippi. I mean, look at our NIL we giving him. I know they're not giving him that, but he gets to stay home. You know, he might not want to come to Chocolate City. You know, he's from the South. He's cool where he is, you know. 5-star, number 18 in the nation, number 3 at his position, number 1 in the state. It's kind of player you might be missing out on. You know, that'll really hurt if we lose him. You know, the recruiting battle it's not really my cup of tea. Like, I'm used to just, you know, putting my bid in to sign a guy. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a Madden guy. But this college football, it's humbling. It teaches you a lot. It's hard to remember all these guys' names. I don't know any of these people. Like, they don't have a picture. But, you know, we still trying to get Load Hall, you know, standout defensive tackle, number two player in the nation. Guy's probably going to be a top 10 pick in the NFL draft, so we need him. You know, if we could get Deshaun Miranda, that'd be excellent too. Like, Bohannon, that'd be excellent. We want to get these top tier guys into our program. You know, give them a chance to, you know, really become something. But yeah, I said a lot. If you're still here, like and subscribe, join the channel, share this, comment. You know, this is a great channel, you know. It's one of them channels you're going to look back on and be like, man, like I was here with him from the beginning. You know, so we got Memphis here again. Last year, Memphis beat us the first time. We beat them in the American Conference Championship. So we have a little bad blood. Like, we're number 8 in the country, as far as I know. I believe they're number 6 in the country. So this is a real big game. Have to win the game. It's a big stadium for us, but it's okay, a small stadium, but we come in here, we got to handle our business. It's not going to be an easy win. We got to get in here and get it done. Yeah, so like I said, we number 8 at 6-1, 3-0 in conference. But number 6. So this game is going to start out quick. We're getting right to it. 2nd and 5. 0-0. This team is undefeated. We're going in an undefeated team's house. How do we handle that? Our quarterback knows the game plan, inside zone. Our game plan is simple. Inside zone, inside zone, inside zone. So like y'all saw last week, we had 20 rush plays before the half. To me, that just screams like all we did was run inside zone. I don't mind running inside zone 20, 30 times a game. You know, I'm not being literal, but if I had to run inside zone 20, 30 times a game, I would be comfortable with that with Travis Kearney. Like I told you, that's a Josh Jacobs mold right there. You don't have, like, it's not a lot of running backs where you could just depend on to, you know, carry the sticks like that. Not in this new era. You know, like the older era, you had a LaDainian Tomlinson, you had a, you know, Jerome Bettis, you had a Adrian Peterson, you know, those kind of guys. Nowadays, we got 2 guys in the backfield. We could have like a David Montgomery, and I could have a standout player. Look at that, free safety. Get another pick, redshirt freshman, Ripple. He's getting it done, man. Not feeling that helmet with the face mask he chose, but man, it's showing that he's a star, you know. Taking plays away, giving us a chance, you know. Anytime you get caught in the red zone and you get a chance to get a stop, you got to be able to appreciate that. So we got Ripple at the bottom. Where's he at? Taking that away. Can we get the sack? The sack. We almost got the sack. 2-4. You need to be there so you can get that pick 6. You know, snatch it up real quick. But that's the difference between like a guy who's gonna play at this level and a guy who's gonna make it to the NFL. Like, we already got the guy coming, so you gotta be there. You gotta be ready to make a play. We're always looking for guys that can make plays. That's at every pro level. We looking for guys that can make plays. Look at that, number 10, Gandy. Always making plays. Always making plays. At the exact moment when we need them. So going into the end of the first quarter, it's going to be 3-3. That's a good way to start. Not many points on the board. They got to stop. We got to stop. But how do we go? Where do we go from here? You know, they got their mascot on top of the little cart, trying to get the crowd hyped. We got to shut that down early. So what was it, 30 inches? We're on the 25-yard line. You already know we're running inside zone. We just got to get a good block from that guard in the center. Got a good block. Made it. Really the D tackle kind of got he had the inside leverage, or outside leverage. He was there, but maybe his awareness isn't very high. He could have tackled us right behind the line. Got an RPO right here. Might have Nider over the middle. Okay, we trying to give CJ some love. CJ deserves some love, though. CJ had a 3-touchdown game this year. We might get CJ right here, right over the middle. CJ or 87 coming out the backfield. Cooper. CJ not open. But see, that's what happens. You got 64 getting destroyed off the line, getting sacked almost as soon as we hike the ball. Not the kind of play we want to make as a number 8 team in the nation. We should be better than that. I like circle. Again, pass rush is too much for us. Let's kick a field goal. Put points on the board. Let us see another day. Good little field goal. Got it in there. We running. So we in a. Let's change our personnel. Let's get up in nickel or 3-3-5. Like that 3-3-5. I'm liking cover 1 Robert press with the Texas. I need whoever is guarding the running back to almost blitz. If that running back is blocking, we blitzing. So he keeping it. He pitch. Let's pick that up. So you got 28. I see you, but you got to make that play earlier. I see you trying to get that fumble. I see you working for me, but we need to turn that over. It's 4th and 2. Now we still on the field. Now we got to get a stop. And if we don't get a stop, they might be getting 7 points. Little mistakes like that. You can't be making those kind of mistakes. Look at Ripple. That's a redshirt freshman right there. So you can't be afraid to put them red shirts on the bench. Can't be afraid to allow them to learn the game. Like, watch film, learn their position, learn what happened in this position. Like, everybody's not gonna be a true freshman that could just get out there and play. Very few players will be that way, And even if they can do it, what's the point? You only have so many red shirts a year. You only have 1 red shirt a year, so might as well get it when you can. I like CJ right here. Oh, he missed him. We missed him, 3rd and 8. Can we get some points on the board before the half? We got 42 seconds. We got to convert right here, though. What are we running? We're literally running the ball. So okay, so we're putting that away. 4th and 6. I don't like that play call. 38 seconds left. We could have ran the ball. We could have passed the ball. Do we like this punt? Come on, Sorsall, you got to make that play. So we had high hopes on Sorsall. He can hit hard, but I ain't going to say he's an average player, but he's not the player we thought he was going to be. Teray came in here, actually showed us he's way more. 6'4", 225. Play recognition. He's paying attention to the books. You could tell he's, we're giving the game plan out. He's reading it. He's studying it. You could tell just by how he plays out there. Big time throw, big time catch. Got a touchdown, 13-3, up 10 late in the game, 9 minutes to go. Let's get a stop. Change that personnel, go nickel. We running. Thinking Tampa 2. It's not looking like Tampa because we got 3 down, so that's cover 3. Oh yeah, we taking everything away. I need that pick. Look at McClain. So that's our best player right there. Right now, I feel like he should be a 1st-round pick, but from what I'm seeing, it's looking like he's going to be a 3rd-round pick. I don't know if they're trying to disrespect our school. I'm trying to tell you, this guy has Xavier McKinney potential, How many safeties do you know they can play the back, they can hit, they can pick stuff off, they can sack, they can blitz, and they can get picks and covers. They can play zone, they can play man. That's not a 3rd-round pick. That's the type of player any team should want on their team. But who am I? Like I said, I'm gonna be going from college to the NFL. I may come into the NFL immediately and just be, one of the best coaches. I wouldn't be surprised because I can see talent in a way that maybe most people can't. We have 3 points, 3 minutes to go. They're not getting the ball back. It's Kearney time. Look at that. Bouncing off tackles. Turn what should have been nothing into a 7-yard gain. We're going to let this clock tick. We should. Let this clock tick. We should let this clock tick. Get it down about 2:40, then make a call. Stadium post. They're trying to have a little post in there, trying to get a win, and a home win. They don't want to lose their ranking. They don't want to drop to 8 and we go to 6, because they can't have 2 teams from this conference over there. Big time first down, make them call timeout. 20 rushes, 110 yards. Can't be mad at that. This guy shows up every week ready to play. So what we got right here? I don't want to run those slants. Got to get that ball we keeping that ball on the ground. Keep the ball on the ground. Bring it to the 2-minute mark. Oh, they got us. So their defensive line is really good. They're getting into the backfield. They know what we run it. It's not a surprise. It's not a secret to anybody in the nation what we're running. It's not a secret. It's not a surprise. We're not trying to hide it either. But we do need to get this first down. Getting the first down is going to be imperative. Last season, we depended on our defense a lot. We don't want to be known for having to depend on our defense to do what we need to do. So let's see what we got. Let's get it to one of our playmakers. Tight end made an excellent play. 3rd and 2, right over the middle. They sent the house. They went 0 blitz. So it's 1-on-1. We either had to bit the guy over the top, square. We had a crossing route and circle, but it was going to take too long to develop. But we had our tight end. Our tight end is an unsung hero. Oh, I like that. Good block. I like how the guard pulled on that. Got that good trap play. You know who that guy is. You know he's going to make it happen. So we're going to bring this to the 2-minute mark. They had a timeouts. Need to just nail this one out. But that's how you do it. You come into another team's house, you handle business. You go in there, make your mark. Like, what type of team are we? Games like this where we find that out. When you win a game by, less than a touchdown, that's where you find out what kind of team you are. Every team can't go into somebody else's house and do something like this. Every team can't go into somebody's house knowing that the odds are in the other team's favor, but we're still here to play. We got some guys on our team play the Ole Miss before we even went in there. They were like, oh, no, we're not going to win this game. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. Those guys didn't play. Had to keep those guys on the bench because they were toxic to the environment. We can't have that. Like, everybody on the team has to be able to believe. We got a new quarterback in here, number 11, redshirt junior. Came in here and made his mark. He's lost 1 game since he's been in his uniform. We got Travis Kearney with him in the backfield, making things happen, saying you could just put everything on my shoulders. I got it. I got everybody, You don't have teams like that. We got C.J. Neely, 3rd-string receiver last year, leading us in touchdowns. We got Niter. I don't know where he even came from, handling his business. We got a couple we got not even redshirt freshmen. We got straight-up freshmen on our team, handling their business, What do you got to ask yourself, like, when you're on a team, like, what are you even bringing to the table? Like, are you helping this team? Can the team do things without you? So let's go over our player stats. We got guys, 91 receiving yards, 80 receiving yards, 4 receptions for 15 yards, but we probably needed all 15 of those yards. Teray handling his business, 11 tackles, got a sack, got a pick. Our other safety got a pick. So those 2 guys, they're handling for us. They making sure we good in the back. Pause. They're making sure our backside coverage is great. So we got our coaching. We're adding all that. We add into our prestige as a coach. We're exclusive MVP plus members, so we get the Rainmaker, contract incentives and all that. So whatever we got to do to make it happen. What I'm trying to tell you is we develop in Titletown, So when you develop in Titletown, I don't even know if we're going to get a national championship, but we're going to definitely get American Conference championships. Like, the team is not going to be the same as it was before we got here. We got 2 guys in the same week on our team getting player of the week, One went for 144 receiving yards. The other one had 10 tackles. We just became American Conference champions. We won the American Conference, and look at this. What I tell y'all all year. Travis Kearney, Heisman hopeful. He's top 4 in the Heisman candidate. Like, he wasn't expecting this. Look at him. He's the only running back up there. He's up there with all quarterbacks. 17 touchdowns, almost 1,700 yards. You know, Bryce Underwood is the favorite to get it, but we're there. You know, we're right in the mix. And just like that, Bryce Underwood got it. Jonas Williams as a freshman almost got it. Or what is he, a redshirt freshman? But we're in the building. You know, like I hope they don't disrespect him, but he should be a first-round pick. You make it to the Heisman. I mean, you make it all the way to the Heisman, you got to be at least a top 45 player. You know, college football, NFL, it's a little different, but, like, let's be real. Don't disrespect us because we're a small school and a small conference. You see where we at. You see what kind of team we are. Give us a chance, you know? So Bryce Underwood got Heisman. He had a great season, as he should, you know? We're going to our recruiting, seeing what that's like. Like I said, we're trying to get Deshaun Miranda. I've been calling him Drew Miranda. You know, I sent that. He probably's not going to